Hello everyone. Let's start the third lecture of the chapter Wind, Storm and Cyclone. Before that, we have read about the various properties of air. Along with that, the generation of wind current. We have also read the monsoons, the Indian monsoons, land breeze and sea breeze. These all things we have read. Now we have to start to know something about thunderstorm. The origin of thunderstorm means how thunderstorms can be generated, the destruction caused by thunderstorm, and safety measures during thunderstorm. What is thunderstorm? How we can define the thunderstorm? Students, basically thunderstorms, we can say that it is coming along with lightning and thundering. If a heavy rain is caused along with the lightning and thundering, it is called as the thunderstorm. It is very destructive in nature. Sometimes it is also causing a lots of the damage of lives and the properties also. So if we want to define thunderstorms, the many times rain is associated with lightning. Rain with lightning is called thunderstorm. This happens mostly in summer. Thunderstorms occur frequently in hot and humid tropical areas such as India. Students, basically thunderstorms occurs in the summer season. The reason behind that, into the summer season, air warms quickly and it converts into the water. Water warms quickly, converts into the water vapor, and this is the reason behind that the formation of cloud also. Along with that, the into the summer season, when land hits very faster, it creating the low air pressure zone, and the air coming from the high air pressure zones just create a draft or the swift over the air, air and just because of that air moves very fast. Because of that, there will be lightning and thundering into the cloud. Students, here some points of the thunderstorms are given, like that every thunderstorm produces lightning. There is wet thunderstorm and dry thunderstorm. Okay, the difference being whether it is raining or not. Alright, sometimes you have seen into the sky just only thundering and lightning appears. There will be no any kind of rain. That is known as a dry thunderstorm. And sometime if it is coming along with the rain, it is known as wet thunderstorm. The next one is warm humid conditions favor thunderstorm. Whenever the conditions become warm and humid, basically into the summer, as I have told you earlier, that into the summer the conditions become warm and humid, it favors always the formation of thunderstorm. Only 10% of thunderstorms are classified as severe. Means if you are talking about the damages of life and properties, the 10% thunderstorms overall, if you are calculating, it is just severe. Your chance of being struck by lightning is 1 in out of 6 lakhs. Okay, so it is all about the some facts in thunderstorm. Next is origin of thunderstorm. How thunderstorms can be generated? Students, the origin of thunderstorm we can explain into the two main stages. Stage 1 is known as the formation of cumulus cloud, and stage 2 is known as mature stage. Okay, so we will study about the both the stages. So let's start to study the stage first, that is towering cumulus stage. Okay, in this stage the formation of cumulus cloud takes place. So how it happens, let's try to know. The first stage of thunderstorm is cumulus stage. In this stage, lots of moisture is lifted upward into the atmosphere. As you know that it basically happens into the summer season. So because of the very high air pressure, it is just lifted toward the moisture, is just lifted toward the upward direction. Okay, this cause for the lift is sometimes insolation heating of the ground. That is, condition will be warm, so heating of the ground also takes place. The moistures rapidly cool, turning into the liquid droplets of water due to the cooler temperatures at the high altitude. Then these hot air and humid water vapors move toward the upward direction and reaches toward the high latitude, it becomes cool downs. Okay, and just because of the cooling down, it is converted into the cloud or liquid droplets. All right, and this liquid droplets, it is just appear as the cumulus cloud. Means if we are talking about the cumulus cloud, the cumulus cloud is just collection of the water droplets which are just converted by the steams or water vapors or the humid water droplets at the high altitude where temperature is very cold. It happens because of the air shift or airlift. The next stage is second one, that is known as the mature stage. In this stage, what is happening? In the mature stage of thunderstorm, the warm air continues to rise until it reaches air which is warmer, and the air cannot rise any further. Often, this is the cap called the tropopause. The air instead is forced out, giving the storm an anvil shape. The heavier droplets then freeze into the ice crystal. As these fall, they melt into the rain. If the updraft is strong enough, the droplets are held aloft long enough to be so that the last and they don't melt completely and they fall as the hail. Now, what are the destruction caused by the thunderstorm? Students, there are the different various kinds of destruction it is caused. We can consider it the damage of the life properties, damage of the if it falls on the human beings, it also create the death of them. So thunderstorm can cause the damage due to the high winds, flash flooding from rain and into the form of lightning strike. Strong thunderstorms can also spawn tornadoes, which can cause the massive destructive to personal and business property. It is important to keep a sharp eye on the weather as it turns bad and take appropriate safety precautions, as the severe storms can indirectly or directly lead to the injuries or death. Okay, and these destruction are basically cast into the form of lightning, heavy rain, hail, storm, tornado and cyclone. Students, in the next lecture we will study that how that thunderstorm converts into cyclone. Now, there are some safety measures given. Let's study about that. If the storm is accompanied by the lightning, we must take the following precautions. Do not take shelter under an isolated tree. If you are in the forest, take the shelter under a small tree. Do not lie on the ground. Student, why should we not take a shelter under an isolated tree? The reason behind that is an isolated tree, and if it is green, it is completely the good conductor of electric current. And as we have read already that during the lightning, electric currents are generated, electric charges are generated into the sky because of the cloud particles rub together each other, and after this rubbing or after this collision, the friction is generated, and this friction causes the electric charges. And when these electric charges along with the rain droplets come into the contact with the isolated tree, it makes the isolated tree also to charge particle, and it can cause the serious damage to the person who is taking shelter under it. Now, the next one is do not take shelter under an umbrella with a metallic end. The reason is same again here, that metallic end is, as you know that the metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity. So if you are taking umbrella and if it is made up of a metallic handle, so these metallic handles easily attract the electric current or electric charges which are generated into the thundering and lightning, and if it is coming along with the rain droplets, so you can also get a shock, electric shock from it. So we should not take the shelter under the umbrella with a metallic end. Next, do not sit near a window, open garage, storage sheds, metal sheds are not safe places to take the shelter. As you know that we should not take the shelters into the open areas, as well as the garage, means heavy particles. We should not take the shelter of the heavy particles, because if thunderstorm is coming along with the heavy rain as well as the storm, so it will cause the damage to our body. So we should not take shelter of these things. A car or bus is a safe place to take shelter. We should take a shelter in car or buses. If you are in water, get out and go inside the building. Again, water is the good conductor of electric current, so we should not stay inside the water, because if water will be in contact of these electric charges, we will also get the shock. So we should not stand inside the water, go out and live inside the houses. So this is about the thunderstorm. In the next lecture, we will study about cyclone, formation of cyclone, structure of cyclone, what are the destruction caused by cyclone, safety measures during and before cyclone, as well as the formation of cyclone by thunderstorm. So we'll try to understand some topics. If possible, we'll try to learn all. Otherwise, some topics we will discuss in the next lecture. Till then, try to understand the things and keep learning. Have a good day.